What's up, guys? Snowman. Thought I'd do a little rundown here of my Hollow Hound survival knives. And you guys, most of you guys have been following me, you know my whole thing is I'm trying to make a beautiful knife. My goal is to make a beautiful knife. These are totally handmade, what I call artisan blade profiling. It's all done by hand with a 4.5 inch angle grinder, and now I'm using my 10-inch wheel on my variable speed. It's actually just a slow speed, 0.5 horsepower motor on it, but I use those two to create the blade. So it's all stock removal. I use a water cooling process. But my whole deal is not only am I trying to make an aesthetically beautiful blade, but I want the Hollow Hound, I want the knife to be really, really strong. And that's my goal. So my solution was to go in with my tangs deeper. So we've got almost 2 inches of tang, really wide blade stock, 0.270 by 3/4 inches wide, going into these hollow handles. Now some people would say, you know, what good is it to have the hollow handle if we're going to take up real estate inside the handle? My rationale and retort to that would be, we get the best of both worlds, because when these go in deeper, not only do they make the knife more balanced, they index better, but it makes the knife overall more balanced. You've got a stronger mechanical hold attachment, because essentially the 1/2 inch to 1 inch where you're going to have most of your pressures at, and by the way, I angle my shoulders now, they're tapered. We don't have just like a 90 degree where it just cuts real sharp. So I taper those, and we're going into the handle deep. So I still leave enough room in this tube for your survival items. We don't need a whole lot of space in there. I'd rather give up a little space and have a stronger knife, have a stronger mechanical hold, and again, much better indexing and overall balanced. In my opinion, I'm going to brag on my knives here. It's just a whole new standard. It's just a whole different standard of Hollow Hound survival knife. Got the M24 in this badass multi-cam sheath. It's got a combat spike, custom made, pointy as hell, to be able to attach to the end here if needed. 7.5 inch blade, 0.270 inch blade stock. So I totally hand make the knife. Aggressive hollow grinds. This has an aggressive primary hollow grind down to damn near a straight razor blade profile. So we don't need a really significant choll here, because this is not a choke up knife. This is strictly combat, then bushcraft survival second. We had aggressive towers. I've enhanced the gullets down here. These are called gullets down at the bottom. We've got just a wicked clip point that comes way back in that profile design. Also sharpened. So this is 80 CRV2. Got it stamped right here, 80 CRV2, my maker's mark, Snow. This is 08, stamped M24. So we got 80 CRV2, high quality steel. Then I also make the handguards. The handle tubes are sourced out from a United States manufacturer. It's a company that sells them. I don't even know where they get them. They won't tell me. That's all on the low down there with them, but right now I'm having a problem getting what I need from them. So what we're going to do is we're just going to try to buy a couple of bulk orders next chance we get. But these are really high quality. They're rated down to 50 feet. You got your aluminum cap with a high quality glow in the dark compass. I prefer aluminum cap. There's some people that want a metal cap, steel cap for hammering. To me, I want the aluminum cap because you can't put a compass in a metal cap because it's going to affect the compass ability. I prefer aluminum cap, and also it's lighter. But we still have plenty of room in our hollow handle tube. There's plenty of room in that tube for a Ferris rod. I recommend a Ferris rod. To me, all I need is a Ferris rod in my hollow handles. But you can put fishing string, hooks and sinkers, whatever you need to put in there. We've got 2 1/4-inch holes drilled into the handle, the guard. It's just aggressive clip point. And it's one hell of a mechanical hold. These are locked out with a titanium crossbar pin. They're 3/4 inches wide, 1/4-inch round bar stock, and then it goes through the tang. These are seated in there almost 2 inches. Then it's cold welded, 5,000 psi rated. But the beautiful thing about these knives, when you hold one of these knives that I make, the Snow-Tac M24 or even the Model 23, all the ones that I'm making now, we're going to talk about this one as well, you just feel the difference because it doesn't index, it doesn't feel like a hollow handle because it's not forward heavy. Since this tang goes deeper in there, it's more balanced. It just feels like a normal knife, and it indexes really, really nice. Let's take a look at my Model AC 2025. Go ahead and get this bad boy put up. Isn't that wicked looking? So we'll check this out. Let's check this out. You got a combat option there, a combat spike. And this thing is just got a hell of a point on it. Put your combat spike in there. And then just use your imagination for the rest of that. Pretty cool. I'm going to keep making these. And we will procure these handles that we need with larger orders. Looks just sweet in that multi-cam tactical nylon sheath. This is an M9 pouch, and it works really nice to that. So let's take a look at the AC 2025. Okay, so what we have here, this is a vintage hollow handle. This is a high quality one. I looked for a model that doesn't have the seam. So it's like a 300 series stainless. It's got the weight, it's got the quality to it. So this is a very quality handle. It's just right up there with what you would get with a Bugmaster. Really high quality guard. So we reuse this off of a vintage knife. I basically take it off. I don't care what the blade looks like. Their blades are, they're not anywhere near the quality of the steel that I'm using for this, the 80 CRV2, and they're not anywhere near the thickness. This is the .270 blade stock. Housed in this thing 1 3/4 inches, almost 2 inches, locked out with a titanium pin. You get that wonderful indexing feel like it's a full tang knife, and you still got plenty of room in your hollow handle tube. But isn't this cool? This is 80 CRV2. Got high primary grinds, aggressive hollow grinds, clip point. It's got some just outstanding serrations there for doing your notching. And we can put these spikes in there. These things really go down that sheath. What's cool is I'm going to get some Spec Ops sheaths. This knife will fit the short version, the Spec Ops short blade version. And then my M24 will fit the Spec Ops longer blade version. But there's kind of what it looks like with the spikes in it. It's heavy duty. This thing's going to really be able to handle the workload. This is a knife that you could actually, you know, tie your gear here to it, 300 pounds plus, throw this, lock this on the side of a boat, just clamp it down on something, put that, you know, throw that over something, get you a hold, and drag your stuff alongside the boat. It's pretty badass. Again, this is 80 CRV2, high quality American made steel. It has the vanadium in there. If you guys aren't familiar with what vanadium does, you want high carbon in your steel, carbon cuts. What vanadium does is it protects that carbon. It makes the edge retention last longer. So when you have the high carbon there, anytime you see vanadium in that steel, you're going to know that you're going to be able, that's going to be a workhorse of a steel. Your edge retention is going to last so much longer before you have to sharpen that knife again. That's what you get with 80 CRV2. You don't get that with a 440C or many other steels because they don't have the vanadium. Vanadium's it's just a wonderful element that goes in this steel that's added with the carbon. So there you guys go. Wanted to do a quick rundown of these two together. Appreciate you visiting Snow-Tac Knives. I'll catch you guys in the next one.